say about this new appointment, Minister Modestus Amutse, being now, of course, heading industrialization, mines and energy, considering that, of course, we are at the time where we're talking about oil and gas, renewable energy, green hydrogen. What's your take on this appointment?
Well, everything new comes with its own dynamics, including challenges. I won't say that there will be no challenges when it comes to starting up with this new task, but what I can confirm is that I'm ready to face whatever challenges it involves. I should say I feel pleased to be appointed to this very important structure by Her Excellency the President. It's actually also a trust that I want to share with the Namibian people, because at the end of the day, it was the Namibian people who elected me to Parliament, from where I was selected by Her Excellency the President to serve in this position. So I would definitely commit myself to serve the Namibian people with the utmost dedication that the people deserve, and also not to disappoint the trust of the Namibian people on me. There are certain areas that I will be looking at where I think we need to focus on. Quite a number of them. It's a complex ministry. Talking about industries, industrialization itself, talking about energy, renewable energy, wind energy, you talk about mineral resources beneficiation. So there are a lot, and discovering of oil and gas. It's also, there are lots of areas where we have to concentrate on, but I don't fear this responsibility, because I rely on the advices by the people of Namibia, including stakeholders representing different bodies that are in the mining sector, that are in the business sector, that are small and medium enterprises, or entrepreneurs. So I don't fear, because I only fear if I was alone. In this journey, I'm not alone. We are together. Yes.
Now, speaking about parliament elections, having been elected to parliament, you were number one on the parliament list for Swapo Party, of course, and now being appointed at this point in time, of course, the appointees the early appointees had happened in March, and of course, what happened in between and now here we are in December. You are appointed as the Minister of Industry, Mines and Energy. Just what do you think about that, and what's probably your take or your say to other people out there? I know sometimes we're talking on our reality of how sometimes we expect certain things perhaps or anticipate certain things and they don't happen, but then still I would say you were still grounded and still continuing with what was given you at hand until this appointment took place. So what's your take on that aspect?
No, thank you very much. Indeed, you see, what is interesting is that when we stand for election, to be elected to Parliament, for instance, or to any other institutions, we personally, I was not standing to be appointed as a minister. I was standing on that list to go to Parliament and to be given any responsibility that exists. So I was entrusted with the responsibility of chairing the Standing Committee on Constitutional, Legal Affairs and Petitions, which I chaired with my skills and dedication. And I was happy because I know that we cannot all serve as ministers. And to me, it was also a good step by Her Excellency the President to downsize the ministerial positions, because that has been the outcry of the people. So there are times that we have to face the reality, and this was the reality of the day, to say, okay, we can still service the people with a number of ministers that we have, instead of enlarging or keep the normals. But really, to be honest, I was not disappointed, number one, because I had always trust, not only in Her Excellency the President, but also in the party itself, which I serve, the Swapo Party, and the government in general. What I have been seeing is to do the best wherever I find myself. When I was at Parliament, I said, I must do the best where I am.
Mm-hmm. Now, having served as the Deputy Minister of ICT and also with your experience as a journalist, what particular aspect of that portfolio do you think is positioning you, will help you actually contribute to your new role now?
You see, I believe in a collective effort. Collective effort means that my strength is the people of Namibia. That is through consultation, by receiving advices by the people of Namibia from different sectors. I must listen to every person. So that is my strength, number one. Number two, I believe that I was well prepared when I attended different institutions of higher learning to take up positions of high level. So with my legal experience as well, I think I'm able to, not think, but I'm able to understand the mandate of the ministry. And now that I understand the mandate of the ministry, what I should do is actually to combine our efforts with the personnel that I found here, because most of them have been here probably for 30 years and more or less. But you see, these combined efforts will actually build our strength as employees of this ministry, and me being a political appointee. So this combination to me is my strength, and number two. And number three, NDP 6 is very clear. We know the objective of NDP 6. And I also know the country. I am a politician. I know what the people need. I know that people need electricity. Let's talk about rural electrification, for example. Yes. I know about industrialization. I know that we don't need our raw materials to leave the country unprocessed, because we have to process them locally to create employment for our youth, but also to add value to our commodities so that we sell them as finished products. That would be one of, my third strength, if not number one strength as well. So there are a number of areas that we definitely have to look at. For instance, to develop the national strategy on energy supply security. We can also capitalize on positive price developments to revive uranium exploration. And there are quite a number of them. For instance, also to look at the rent control board, so that we come up with a bill that would actually assist our youth, especially those with low income or in the low income groups. We know that the rentals nowadays is a very, very expensive something, and we have to assist our people actually to be able to afford accommodation, especially in cities. The income level of our people is not that high, but the rental fees, I'm telling you, is very exorbitant. So that will also be one of my priorities as a minister, to ensure that we bring up a bill in Parliament, table a bill in Parliament, that will definitely regulate the rent control board in order to assist our low-income groups to be able to stay somewhere comfortably and also decently. So there are lots, and also to strengthen our SMEs in general, and especially our small miners. We have quite a number of them. All they need is just to build their capacity through different dimensions, because capacity has different dimensions. It could be skills transfer or development, but it can also be in other forms, like for instance, to provide equipment or to them so that they can do what they have to do to explore, to do exploration, maybe to do mining in general, much easier than the way they are doing it now, because by doing so, we will also be able then to create employment, because they will be able to have other people working with them on that sector of mining. And also to look at what the buyers, mostly from outside the country, do to our minerals. Mineral beneficiation, like I said, it's very, very important. Look at Kunene, for instance. We don't want the minerals to leave that area continuously uncontrolled, because, you see, a foreigner would come and say, I offer to buy this stone in its raw form, the way it is. But in that stone, there are different minerals. Maybe It will have a content of copper, maybe silver, maybe gold in that one stone. But this buyer is only buying for one commodity. For instance, he's saying, I want to buy copper. And then he supplied with all these stones, raw stones. But he knows that going back there, he will start to isolate these commodities from this one stone and actually make more money. Absolutely. And this is what we say we have to curb. We have to curb this. We have to, if it's a policy, I will make sure that policy is in place.
Very interesting.
If it's just control mechanism, we will make sure that those mechanisms exist.
Honorable Minister, from me personally, I think I would just say I appreciate your time, and obviously I do appreciate how you are always ready to engage, especially with the media, perhaps because you also come from, you have been in the media yourself, and I just wish the very best in your new role and continue also to be available, especially to us when we want to get information from you.
Thank you very much, and I would appreciate all the Namibians.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.